Did you know that over 17,000 American soldiers from World War II are buried in Manila? The other day I visited one of the largest overseas American cemeteries in the world. To be honest, as an American, I didn't know we had them. In this cemetery, over 17,000 American soldiers who died in combat in the Philippines and New Guinea are buried. This is a lot. In fact, this Manila cemetery holds the most dead bodies of any other overseas cemetery in the world. And America has 24 of them. It was really a wonder to see when I first walked in. I've visited many other military cemeteries before, and this was just as magnificent as any other I've ever been to. And it was located really close to the center of Manila. What you might not guess though is that some 570 Filipino scouts are also buried here. That's right, on these special grounds, you have Filipinos and Americans buried right alongside one another. I think that's really phenomenal. Unfortunately, there's also 20 other instances of brothers being buried side by side in this particular cemetery, including the 5 Sullivan brothers who died simultaneously when their ship, the USS Indianapolis, sank in the Pacific. I didn't know that the Philippines played a crucial and oftentimes tragic role in World War II. To give a brief summary, Japan invaded the country during the war, which forced Filipino and American forces to fight side by side to liberate the country from these forces. Japan ended up taking the country, but by the end of the war, General Douglas MacArthur and the Filipino and American forces ended up liberating it. To be honest, I went to this cemetery yesterday on All Saints Day, and I didn't expect too many people to be there because I thought it was all Americans, but I did see a lot of Filipinos there. There were some people having a picnic, some children running around, and even, I think, some people sitting there taking in the views and taking a second to relax from the craziness of the city. We know how cities can be. It felt like home to me, to be honest with you. I love the Philippines as much as any foreigner, but it does feel nice to be reminded of home. In some small way, the cemetery made me feel like I was back home in America. A couple more things about the cemetery. There's a massive monument in the center with the names of some 36,000 people who went missing in action. These tablets of the missing are organized by military branch, and if you look closely at the ground, you'll see the seals of some US states while strolling these tablets. There's also a couple mosaic maps detailing the strategy of American and Filipino forces in World War II. One last thing, every day at 5 p.m., the Carillon plays the national anthem of the Philippines and the United States. After that, a volley of rifles go off along with the playing of taps. I just think this is so cool. I already believe the US and Philippines share so much from a cultural and interest perspective, but to learn about this a couple days ago was just phenomenal. I just wanted to say a special thanks to the Philippines for hosting, so many of our dead soldiers here in your capital. I'm loving my time in Manila so far. More Manila videos to come on Finding Tom. All right, guys, bye-bye.